I'll be back up in a little bit, but until then, we got Mr. Green Spears coming.
Let me check on that shit. Really good. Yeah, he was talking about it. The only time I ever see when she's behind.
Everybody give it up for John Budnick hosting so I don't have to tonight. It's nice to have a night off and just think about doing one set a night. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But for John, apparently he has not heard one of my most famous jokes, so I'm doing this just for you. I don't know if anyone here, I don't see a lot of ladies in the audience tonight, but
Damn the bad luck.
I'm telling you. So, usually I ask the ladies in the audience at what age they first felt victimized or targeted by a moisturizer or cleanser commercial. Yeah, because I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I don't like the patriarchy. I just have a little bit of different view of a lot of people because I think there's a lot of things that are unfair with the patriarchy. The thing that I'm most upset about is the way that men are allowed to age. Women are not. You know what I mean? It's men get a little bit of gray and they're distinguished. You know, you go to the hair dye aisle and it's women. Clairol covers all the gray. Just for men, leaves a touch of gray. Like, what the fuck is that bullshit? You know, and men are allowed to age and tell people how old they are, and it's a good thing. Women, we're supposed to say we're young, we're supposed to stay young, and once we hit 29, we're not supposed to admit anything else, right? Well, I don't think it's fair. Because I feel like we're targeted in this way, right? We're targeted to stay young, to snatch that youth. Because in our preteens, our teens, we see all the cleanser commercials, right? Avoid acne, clean your face, don't scar, use this moisturizer, it'll protect you. You hit your 20s and it changes a little bit. They're like, okay, the worst is over. They lied. But here is this special anti-aging cream. It will protect you and keep you young and seal in what you have. You hit your 30s and they're like, all right, listen, so wear your glasses. Might help. Not too much to repair. A little bit, mostly still prevention. Here is a new moisturizer for you. You hit your 40s. They're like, all right, listen, bitch, put your fucking glasses on, stop laughing so much, and what I have for you now is a moisturizer regime, all right? I have day cream, I have night cream, I have spot cream, I have eye cream, I have chin firming cream, I have serums.
Deep wrinkle fillers.
Oh, deep wrinkle fillers. Collagen injecting booster moisturizer, right? Because we gotta stay young, because we're not allowed to age. Because when you say, I hit 29, I'm gonna be 29 forever. And I was one of those girls, all right? I fully bought into that. But I remember the year it changed. It was the 6th anniversary of my 29th birthday. Yeah. Went to the bar with my girlfriends, and they're like, it's her birthday, we're buying her drinks. And the bartender's like, cool, how old are you? And I said, 29. And he went, huh? I don't know if you guys heard what I heard in that response, but I will translate for you. He said, huh? And I heard, well, maybe she had a rough childhood. Maybe she made some wrong choices, in her youth. Maybe she just needs to moisturize. Yeah. So I don't know about everybody here, but I like to smoke a lot of weed. And one of my favorite things about smoking weed is smoking weed with my friends. Yeah. Because you come up with amazing ideas, You come up with just the most brilliant. I was talking to a friend of mine one time, and we're having this conversation about audiobooks versus reading books and electronic books versus real books. And he said, you know what would be really cool? Video books. And I was like, dude, we could call them movies. We'll make a fortune. It'll be amazing. Yeah, we come up with great ideas. So I'm talking to my friends about how unfair this is, and it hit me. Do you know the best way to look young for your age? You add to it. So that year, I started telling everybody I was going to be 46. And they were like, oh my God, you look so good. Like, what is your secret? And I was like, well, you know, like it's genetics, but I moisturize. Yeah. So I was talking to my girlfriends about this later, and I was like, listen, I think I cracked the fucking code. And my girlfriend's like, no, I love that for you. I could never. And I was like, what are you talking about? She looks at me and she goes, because then I'd be telling people I was 63. And I said, damn, girl, you look good for 63. She goes, oh, I could do that. I could do that. Yeah, well, you fast forward a few months, and I don't know about you guys, but I like to smoke weed when I'm camping. And I was hanging out with the same group of friends, and I don't know about you guys, but I have a group of friends where it doesn't matter who you're smoking with, there's always one person that doesn't remember shit that happens, right? Yeah, so there's always one. So we're sitting around the campfire, and everyone's, you know, cracking stupid jokes, and I was like, I got a joke for you guys. Here you go, ready for this? I think my car just turned into a hybrid. They're like, what makes you say that? Well, half the time the engine's running, half the time it's not. Right? It's like, I was like, that's a great dad joke. Everyone just groaned. They're just like, oh my God, Sabrina, fucking comedian, that's what you can do. Right? And everyone's just like giving me all kinds of shit. Except my one girlfriend, she looks at me and she goes, no, you own that shit. You're about to be 47. And I was like, you know, it was like a different feeling passed over me. Like, I was like, I can do this. I can own my shit. I am a mature woman. I can say what I want. And apparently, this one little boy, I say little boy, he's like 25. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, was that my time is up now, sir? Or we're all done? We're all done with this now? Okay.
That was his horn on his car.
The hook coming out from behind the curtain. Time to take his pills.
Oh, every 4 hours. So, anyways, this little boy pulls my friend aside, and he was like, wait a minute. So this bitch is 47. Like, damn. She got any money? Oh, sweetheart, no. I will never, ever be known as a sugar mama. I'm what they call a Splenda mama. 100% sweet, 0% substance, okay? That's what you get with me. Yeah. Speaking about... Thank you. That was for you. Everyone else is like, oh, this joke again? Well, that's what happens when you turn into a hermit. Let's see. So yeah, I don't know if you guys could tell by my jokes or I don't know my earrings, but I am single. I am no longer dating. I'm just fucking. It's working out very well for me, you know. I get a lot of flack, especially from my friends though, because they tell me with this haircut I look like I'm gay, and I don't understand. But I make sure to offset that with the hoop earrings, because I used to be the person that would always, you'd hear them say it, like, the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe, and I'd be like, hey, But I've realized recently that I have to be more positive in my life, you know what I mean? And apparently as a white woman, I'm specifically, capable of manifesting positive energy from the universe just by saying shit, so I've been saying a lot of shit and waiting to see what happens. But so far, I've had to put a lot of work in. I don't like that so much. But it turns out when you're working on being more positive and removing toxic influences from your life, you remove one and another one pops up, and you figure out how to work on that, and then you remove that toxic influence. I guess I'm talking about men. But once you think you got your shit straight, right? My car was like, it's okay, I got you. So, thank you. You made choices. I can't help you with that. Those are choices that you made, sweetheart. At this point, it seems consensual, so I don't know what to tell you. Oh, man. So, my car decided to start gaslighting me. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else has had this experience with a vehicle. It started when I was in the middle of a very important project, moving, and it just so happened to be on a holiday weekend, and I don't know if my car just decided it didn't want to work or it was tired of gas prices, but I went to fuel it up and it started spewing gasoline out at me, as opposed to letting me put it in. Never had that problem before. I will tell you from experience though, if you want to know exactly how to give a gas station attendant a heart attack, it's to scream like a little bitch while you're getting covered in gasoline. That's exactly the way to do it. I learned that, yes. But anyway, so I get it fixed, great expense, holiday weekend, call out fees, like mobile mechanic, like we gotta get this. I'm willing to put the work. When you want a relationship to work, you're willing to put the work in. Like when you're watching a comedy show, you're willing to put your phone on silent. You know, it's if you're gonna sit in the front row, you know, then I'm gonna assume you wanna hear what I have to say. But also, I'm a little worried about what pills you need to take right now. I'm a little concerned. I mean, see this. Shit, now where was I at? Oh, so, fix my car. Because if you have a relationship that you want to last, you have to work on it, right? It requires work on both sides. And so I've been trying really hard to put the work in to make this relationship last, because I don't know if anyone else here has a car that's entering its second decade. But when you fix one thing and the service engine light goes out, it's not so much relief as it is apprehension of the next time the service engine light's gonna come on. And if it's been a while between, like now you're wondering, is it the light behind the service engine light? And now how do I figure that out? And what's gonna alert me to fix that? I don't know how to work on this. So my car, it's been mad at me a few times. It's left me stranded a couple of times.
Borrow this?
But I put the work in, got it fixed, right? Well, the next time that my service engine light went on for me was about mile 83 of the Glen Highway. I don't know if you've driven that, but it is a lot of cliffs and no cell reception. So it was really cool. You know, I was super excited. It was like perfect timing. This is the best time for a fight. Let's go. You know? So we start the bargaining process. I'm like, just get me to where we need to go. Like, can we just get me back home? That's all I need. Just get me back home and everything will be okay. But I don't know if anyone else here has had a fight with a significant other, but we ended up at the bar instead. And after I drank my feelings, I was like, I promise, tomorrow. I promise, whatever I promised you today, we'll do it tomorrow. So I was like, just get me to work, you know, and then I'll go to the auto parts store and they'll put the computer on you and we'll figure out what's wrong, we'll fix you. I don't care what it costs, I will take care of you, I will make this okay, right? So she got me to work. And then we left work, was driving to the auto parts store. All of a sudden she started running super smooth and the service engine light went out. Just like my ex on the way to therapy. Yeah. It's a gaslighting joke. If it seems like I'm a little bit off tonight, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I am. I don't have a lot of pages to flip through because this is a new notebook. This is a brand new notebook. It doesn't have a lot of my old jokes in it. And I gotta tell you why, I gotta tell you this story. I had a gig in Anchorage a few weeks ago. And I don't know if anyone else here has left a gig high on adrenaline and not wanting to go home and go to bed, but I did a thing that you do when you're in Anchorage. I decided to go to Coots. Yeah, I did not plan ahead of time for what post-show Sabrina would want to do, so I was not appropriately attired. I had my big fluffy coat and my satchel purse. Those are not things you take into Coots, you know? And I was like, okay, well, you know what, I'm gonna stash this, like it's gonna be okay, I'm gonna stash it. I guess I should tell you guys, the reason it's so important for me to work on this relationship with my vehicle is because I know that I owe it. You know what I mean? I know that I fucked it over in the past because in the past, when there was problems, my second husband, he told me things like, I am a good mechanic and I can work on vehicles. And I realized later this was at the same time frame that he was telling me, I will love you forever. So obviously there was a few things there that were untrue. Long story short, my car no longer locks, okay? So if you're gonna go to Coots, definitely take a car that locks. And then don't stash your purse and your coat in the back seat with just a garbage bag over it, right? So when I got back to Coots the next morning, opened my car door to grab my coat out, it wasn't there. and then I looked under where my coat should have been, and my purse was not there. And I wasn't mad. Like, I can't be mad. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, okay, so the coat, fluffy, warm, like almost knee length, right? If I was homeless and there was an unlocked car and there was a fluffy, warm coat, like I would take it. And also, I ordered it from Amazon, and 2 weeks after it was supposed to show up and it had not, they were like, hey, would you like your money back? And I said, yes, please. And then a week later, the coat showed up. So it wasn't like I invested a lot of money in it, you know what I mean? If I was cold, I was homeless, I saw a coat, I would take that shit. I'm not mad about the coat. The chapstick and the lighter in the pocket, I'm a little bummed about. But like that, I can get over that. You know what I mean? The purse, I can't really even be mad because I had like a little satchel that had my phone and my wallet and my drugs. Like I had the important shit on me. You know what I'm saying? So I was mostly okay. The problem is, after I finished my show, I put my notebooks in my purse. Yeah, and they took my purse with 2 notebooks in it. 2 years of dicks. Just the artwork that my friends have put into the pages. I don't think you understand. And I don't know a single solitary person that could lose 150 dicks in one night and not notice the absence. I'm just saying, it's something that so I'm having a hard time. I was doing this thing where, so when I was in college, in one of the social classes, they were talking about how if you study and drink a lot of caffeine to be able to stay up and study, you have to drink a lot of caffeine and take the test. Because you gotta be in the same mind frame that you were when you studied to pass the test. So I've been doing this exercise at home where I get really stoned, and I have a couple of drinks, and then I sit down and I just start meditating and like visualizing these pages because the jokes are important, you know, and like I've done a few sets, and I'm like, I should write these down. So I start seeing the words, I start writing stuff down, I'm like, this is gonna be great, and then as the words are solidifying, all of a sudden these dicks start coming through, and I just miss all the artwork, and then I'm crying again, and it's been really hard on me. Yeah. So yeah, I've definitely gotten some help with breaking this notebook in. She was not a virgin for more than 24 hours. You'll be happy to know. Thank you, Susan. It's always special when someone can take my notebook's virginity, I'm just saying. Anyways, shit, all right, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. I've been having some trouble trying to figure this out, and maybe you can help me. Because like I said, I get a lot of different opinions from a lot of different people. Like I have a group of friends that tell me that I'm gay and I just don't know it yet, you know? I have other friends that tell me I should try and play a musical instrument, and I'm like, you must be high. But I started thinking about it, and like there's a lot of things that I haven't done. Or there's not a lot of things that I haven't done, you know? I'm 50, and there's a few things that I haven't done, and I thought, you know, like you're getting to that point where you don't want to have any regrets, you know? And there's a lot of things people tell you not to do that you just kind of wonder about. So I started chatting with this person, all right? And it was really cool. Like there was chemistry, there was laughter, that's important for me. There was a lot of good conversation, and I just felt something, and then we met in person, and I was like, okay, this translates. Like we can maybe we'll try this out. Maybe it could be something amazing, and it was phenomenal. You know, it was really mind blowing, and it really got me thinking because so like as a straight woman who did the forbidden, like, you know, hook up with a guy from work. If you fuck him so hard that his nose bleeds, does that mean that I earn my Red Wings? No? Just me? Okay, I'm gonna work on that one a little bit more. My name's Sabrina Spears, thank you guys.